Host login.
Android dropping from the future. Option disabled. Veteran of the console wars. Blah, blah, blah. Ancient Norse god of metal. Steel Valor. Together, their powers combine to form Bulletproof Radio.
We're in hour number 2 of Bulletproof Radio. We are your gaming and technology news and reviews source. The only international gaming call-in show. And, of course, you can go to bulletproofpixel.com when we haven't killed it because we have a celebrity guest on.
It's dead on arrival right now.
Whoopsie. DOA, but that's all right. Hey, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Bulletproof Radio. Bulletproof Radio. And like us there. Of course, we give away things every now and then. And as a matter of fact, a little later on in the show, we have something to give away. Right, guys?
We do. We have an on-live console to give away. And the cool thing is, even if you like us now, even though we hit the number, you're still entered to win.
Still entered to win. Hey. Woohoo. That's friendly. If you missed any of the show, you can subscribe to our radio replay on iTunes. You can also go to Stitcher Radio and TechPodcast.com. Just look for Bulletproof Radio. We're out there somewhere. You can go to our chat window. You can go to GameSurge.net and search for Bulletproof Pixel. Is that right there, Steele?
Yep.
Bulletproof Pixel chat room. Okay. And you can chat with us that way, or you can call us at 704-873-1400, 704-873-1400, and you can call us and talk to us. Tonight, we're going to start hour number 2 with our Community Spotlight. And tonight, we're very happy to have members of the Good Gaming Network with us. Sword and Shield Gaming, welcome.
Thank you.
You're all Sword and Shield Gaming, right?
Yes, we are.
In one way or the other, and you go by SSG, is that correct?
That is correct.
That would make sense, the SSG. Now, that's SSG Jayman they're talking. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, we also have Cazaril and IrishGirl with us this evening?
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. Well, now that we've gotten all the formalities out of the way, tell us a little bit about SSG.
Sure. This is Jayman, and SSG was started. We initially found our roots within TTL. So there was a bunch of friends that had kind of banded together at TTL. A bunch of people, some people looking either to gain admission to TTL or just looking for other good people to play with. And after about a year and a half, almost 2 years of this kind of group of people that had no home at this point, kind of playing around, we all kind of decided to go ahead and start our own sister clan to TTL. And so that's kind of where SSG came from and the idea.
Okay. Bob, don't jump in here or anything.
Hey, sorry, I was actually looking at one of the comments in the chat room here. Let's kind of do this. Obviously, Jayman, you introduce yourself. Cazaril, am I saying the name right?
Yes.
And IrishGirl, why don't you guys kind of go just how I introduced you and give us kind of an overview of your roles in the community, what you guys do.
Sure. So I am I'm the founder of SSG, so I kind of started the whole thing. And initially, I was doing everything. So I set up the site and kind of devised the plan and how everything started with SSG and kind of came up with some of the basic ideas. But then I brought on a whole bunch of my other friends that I was with over there at TTL, and then they kind of helped me come up, kind of fine-tune everything and kind of come up with a game plan and how we were going to set up the forums and recruit people and do all that kind of stuff. So,
well, you mentioned the Good Game Network, and Zertgage just has entered our chat room. He's listening to every word you have to say now, Jay.
Now, I heard he likes to go by Jerkdeej.
Yeah, Jerkdeej. That's correct.
Now, Cazaril, why don't you tell us a little about what you do in the community?
I'm actually kind of the new guy at SSG. I've been involved with the Good Game Network. I joined up around the same time that Jayman did, but actually found my way to another clan initially. And was with them for several years, and then just recently jumped ship and joined SSG because I found I was spending most of my time playing with them rather than the other clan I was in. So I'm actually relatively new in SSG, but I've known Jayman and most of the founders and the people in the group that formed SSG since I first started gaming online with communities, rather than just the randoms out there.
So you're actually going on the record on live radio vouching for Jayman.
I absolutely am, yes.
And you're okay with that?
It's hard to believe. He's paying me a lot of money.
Irish Girl, obviously we're coming close to the break here, but kind of give us an overview of what you do in the community. And obviously one of the things I always hear on Xbox Live whenever they see a girl enter the matchmaking arena is, "Are you hot?" Do you hear that a lot?
Oh, definitely, among many other subjective comments.
What is your usual answer to that question, just out of curiosity?
I've learned to mute a lot of people.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a very diplomatic.
That's usually my
way
answer to most of their rude comments.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since we have to take a break here, I mean we're just up on a break. How about we get into exactly what it is you do with SSG and your role and all that when we come back? That work for you?
Sounds great.
Okay, and I think that instead of just muting them, you should just say yes and see what they do.
Yeah, yes would work.
Even if it's not true, you should just say yes.
Oh, you can't say that option.
I said even if it's not true. I'm not going to make any judgments either way here, Bob. Thanks for putting me under the bus. All right, folks, we've got more Bulletproof Radio when we come right back. Stick around.
Break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, get it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, flip it, drag it, drop it, zip it, flip it, touch it, bring it.
You're listening to Bulletproof Radio. And in our community spotlight tonight, we've got Sword and Shield Gaming, members of the Good Game Network, in our continuing series of the Community Spotlight. And before we went to break, I was vaguely insulting Irish Girl, and I'm sorry, I wasn't meaning to insult you, I swear.
We would boot you if we could.
You would. You absolutely would. I was just suggesting a way to answer the question. I'm sorry. Just, forgive me, please. Okay, you don't have to then. Okay, fine, be that way.
No, you don't have to forgive him, Irish Girl.
No, you don't. All right, well, what you do have to do is tell us what it is you do in SSG.
All right, I can do that. I am kind of the local graphic artist at SSG. I design the emblems and the side awards that you see to the left of the screen. They sort of come to me whenever they need signatures done or, a T-shirt designed, anything like that.
Wait a minute, you do T-shirt?
I'm just a fellow gamer.
T-shirt design?
Yeah, well, that's been kind of up in the air, but if we were to come up with some awesome SSG T-shirts, then I would be the one to do that. Bob,
are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am thinking what you're thinking, but we'll address that after the interview.
T-shirts confirmed. Oh boy, yeah, somebody says they smell a BP T-shirt. We may have to talk about that. We may have to work that out.
But we can tell these guys too. We're actually looking, and obviously we want to involve in the communities because that's kind of the important thing. But we're looking at doing a BP Con, which is a BP conference. We'll bring in a keynote speaker. We'll talk games. We'll let the women slap every man that asks, "Are you hot?"
And Irish Girl, you can go ahead and slap me. My wife will probably find great pleasure in that. And
I would be more than happy to.
Okay, very good. Very good. Wow. All right. I'm making those community relations just solid now, aren't I?
Yes, that's why I don't let you send emails.
Yes. Well, let's talk a little bit about the things that you all do. Are you a competitive clan? Are you all about MLG Pro dude, or what? What's going on there?
I would say we are more the recreational clan. So there's definitely clans within the GGN that are more hardcore and they do all the competitive stuff. We've had competitive teams in the past where we do competitive tournaments within the GGN. Like, D-Day is real good about setting up tournaments and inter-clan relationships and that kind of stuff. And we definitely participate in all that kind of stuff. But But as far as being super hardcore in MLG, we don't, as a clan, we don't typically participate in that. We do have a member. One of our members plays in an MLG team, but he's one of 4, and he's the only person that's in SSG. So we don't have like an official SSG MLG showing or anything like that.
Is he completely ostracized because he's one of those pro guys?
No, he's great to have on your team because he's amazing. He's one of those guys that goes, 30-2 in Halo, and he's great to have on your.
So he'll pad my negative ADR.
Yes.
All right. What is the? I know you guys kind of talked a little bit of the backstory of SSG. Kind of, what is the overall vision? What do you want to accomplish for gamers, and what do you want to accomplish in the community for gaming in general?
Well, as far as the community goes, when I founded TTL was kind of like this beacon of hope for me in online gaming, and at the stage I was in, I was so frustrated and dealing with the griefers and the modders and the Timmies and that kind of stuff, and I found TTL, and I saw that there could be something different, there could be something better, and so after hanging around at TTL, when I decided to start SSG, I really wanted to keep that positive image of clans and of a group, and that people can be better and people can do better online. And so, we just kind of promote this idea of being better and playing better. When we play together, it's not, we love to win, but if you play with a group of SSG Knights and you're playing, if we lose 10 games, everybody's still just as happy as if we had won those last 10 games. So it's always about having fun, being with friends, and just having a good time.
We've said it kind of over and over as we've kind of highlighted the communities from the Good Game Network, because that's kind of the overarching theme. And I think it's so important now, especially with the age of gamers kind of, the median age kind of increasing, because many of us now have kids, many of us have careers we have to focus on. So playing nightly and jumping into a game every night kind of isn't a reality. So when I hop on Friday nights, it may take me a good 5 games before I go positive. So to have these kind of safe havens is important, and why don't IrishGirl and Cazaril, why don't you kind of jump in and tell us a little bit about what's your experience with some of the negative aspects of Xbox Live, and possibly once you get into SSG, how has that affected you and your view of gaming? And IrishGirl, we'll start with you.
Okay. Well, I would have to say that the majority of my experience with Xbox Live before SSG was pretty negative. I guess that's mostly due to the fact that I'm a girl gamer, I do get the rude comments. I do get all kinds of, horrible things said to me. But since I joined SSG, that's greatly improved. People are a lot less quick, I guess I should say, to make those comments when you're rolling with like 6 or 8 people with the SSG clan tag. They're not like gonna comment to me. So joining SSG has certainly helped my experience as a gamer, and I've always got awesome people to turn to game with, every night of the week. It's great. I've just loved it.
What about you, Cazaril?
Aside from the gender issue, it's much the same thing. It's being a lone gamer and an older gamer, admittedly, out there. It's you get a lot of comments and a lot of grief for not performing up to some 12-year-old's expectations, and it gets old fast, and you pretty much don't wear a headset, and then you stumble across an online community like the Good Game Network, and it definitely transforms your entire gaming experience. And as IrishGirl just said, you get this whole group of people that any night you want to get online to play, there's, if not people from your own clan, then somebody from one of the other 15 or 16 member clans of the Good Game Network, and you can always jump into a party of great people to play alongside of. So you never have to lone wolf it out there on Xbox Live.
Now, beyond some of the great people you get to play, what are some of the games that you guys are playing right now, and will you be branching out beyond those, or are you kind of stuck in kind of the Halo atmosphere?
I would say, we started as a Halo clan. That was kind of the most popular game at the time, was Halo 3. But we definitely play Halo and Call of Duty. Those are probably the 2 main games. But we definitely have a big following in other games. We're we're mostly an Xbox 360 clan. We do have a following of PC gamers, but for the most part, we're on our 360, so we're playing Halo, all the newest Call of Duties. We love racing games, so we got people playing Blur and Forza. People are definitely excited about, this coming fall. So it's going to be interesting to see what the landscape looks like with, Battlefield 3 coming out, Gears of War 3.
I'm calling that one the fall of being broke.
Yeah, I just reserved 6 games the other day, and it's ridiculous.
I want your money, man.
So
reserving 6 games, that's like actually paying for 2, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, the elephant in the room here. We'll address it again, and we'll kind of go with all 3 of you. Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3? What do you guys think?
Ooh.
We at SSG, we haven't had a huge contingency of Battlefield people. We have a couple, but at this point, everybody's been Call of Duty. But there's definitely a big interest in Battlefield. I mean, just from the videos and some of the demonstrations that we've seen, and I know the GGN and TTL specifically really likes Battlefield. So I think a lot of people are going to be giving it a try. So I think when they both come out, I think we'll see a lot of people either buying both or at least renting Battlefield to see how they like it. And we'll see if we have a bunch of converts come November for Battlefield.
Well, I just like shooting aliens. I don't get into the Battlefield stuff at all, or the Modern Warfares. I like shooting aliens.
So you're not going to be out there on Forza? The new Forza comes out too?
I might.
It's Kinect enabled.
I also like to crash a lot too. So the racing sims. I'm more of a Blur and Burnout Paradise kind of guy, where crashing is definitely part of the game.
What about you, IrishGirl?
Oh, I'm probably going to go for Modern Warfare 3. Although I have had some suggestive comments for Battlefield 3, so it could go either way at this point.
All right.
Well, you guys have and girls, I guess, guys and girls, or is it guys and gals? Which one? Which is more appropriate, Bob? You're supposed to keep the leash on me here.
Let's do guys and gals.
All right. Guys and gals like to play games, but you also have a code of chivalry, right? Is that kind of the code we're talking about here? What's going on with that?
Yes, we do. So I mean, we initially, when I came up with the idea for Sword and Shield Gaming, we decided to revolve it around the mythology of King Arthur. And obviously, Code of Chivalry is one of King Arthur's kind of mainstays that everybody thinks about when they think about knights in shining armor and all that kind of stuff. So, but it boils down to what's basically the mantra of the Good Game Network and all that kind of stuff. You don't you play by honor, you play by all the rules of the game. You don't team kill and all that kind of stuff. No gloating, showboating, humiliating your opponents or even your teammates.
Is a curtsy allowed?
Is what? A
curtsy? Can you do a curtsy? Okay.
Of course, with all the women we have in the clan.
Well, I'm not a woman, but I'd still do a curtsy. I just killed you, curtsy. Yeah. If I get a kill, it's something to celebrate. Believe me.
Option. Everybody curtsied. It wasn't just women.
Okay.
Yep.
That was the patent and awkward pause from Steel Valor. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that.
There's your tidbit of useless information. Brought to you by the Old Man Federation.
Okay. All right. Well, real quick, before we forget, I want to get people to your website and talk to you a little bit about what your requirements are for joining. So first off, what is your website?
It is swordandshieldgaming.com.
That's way too easy.
Yeah, it's we should have came up with something trickier, but we just went simple to begin with. So
swordandshieldgaming.com. Okay, and what about requirements to join it? Let's say that I'm not a troll, I'm not a jerk, and I would like to. This is a stretch of imagination, I know, but let's say that I want to join Sword and Shield Gaming. What do I have to do?
Irish, do you want to take that one?
Sure. We actually have a recruitment process. You apply to the SSG, and you have 6 weeks to prove to us that you are an honorable gamer and someone who gets along with all the members of the clan. And after that, we have a group of knights of about 8 to approve you. Say, yes, this guy's great, we want him in our clan. And then it moves on to the vote of the membership council. And if all goes well, you'll be a member of SSG.
Well, that's a very straightforward method. There's no hidden shenaniganery like with TTL and that kind of thing.
No, we try to be pretty transparent about it. So.
I'm just saying.
You've just been banned.
I'm so out of Midworld now. I can just feel it now. I can tell that he's probably changed my signature and my avatar already, but that's okay. That's all right.
I love how you guys kind of do the whole royalty thing. It's kind of a throwback, and it's cool to see that respect kind of given, and it's good to see in a gaming community because it's so few and far between nowadays.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. You know, it really does feel like a family. You know, and we're on when we're on live or we're on forums. You know, people are talking about, you know, their work or their family, you know, things like that. You know, we always pretty much keep up to date with everybody's lives. So it's really nice to always hear what's going on with all the other nights and to keep up with all the good stuff that's happening with everybody. So.
Here's a question, just out of the blue. We were talking about admission requirements. Is there an age requirement?
Yes, it's 20 years or older. We have made exceptions in the past. You know, when there's outstanding people that we just want to have. But as a soft limit, it's 20 or above.
Okay.
Now, what about the 40? How old are you, Steele?
44.
How about the 44-year-old that's 16?
Well, we did let Cazaril in, so...
Hey. I'm only 41. I'm not the oldest guy in the clan.
Oh, this is starting to sound familiar. I've heard this argument before.
I love it.
Well, we appreciate your joining us. That's SwordandShield.com, right? Sword and Shield Gaming. One more time.
SwordandShieldGaming.com.
Okay, there we'll have it in the show notes. Guys and gal, thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
More Bulletproof Radio when we come right back.